gets a bit disconcerting. We were still here during the campaigns, and we had what he said back then. As Sabina Shege says, there's a lot of doublespeak from politicians and changing tune, speaking themselves hoarse on things they said the direct opposite just a few years or months before. Are we missing out on the kind of proper conversations we should be having in 2025 as we head to an election in 2 years' time?
Thank you, Fred, and kindly allow me to respond to some of
I would want you to respond, because I was going to Matinga first.
Then you are going to give me more time.
And I will give you more time.
And please give me more latitude, because you know I'm with two pro-government legislators.
It's okay.
And I'm the only one on this other side. And I want to tell you that as far as Rigathi Gachagua is concerned, his change of tune about Uhuru Kenyatta, I think he has given his explanations, and they have been very valid explanations. That one, of course, he was not as close to Uhuru the president. He may have been his PA, but he was not as close to Uhuru the president as Ruto was. And so he had reason, and I mean, Senator Matinga here will tell you, because he says it many times, that if a crocodile comes from a water body and tells you that the hippo in there is ailing, you have no reason to refute the claims by the crocodile. After all, the crocodile lives with the hippo in the particular water body. And so Rigathi Gachagua has explained that Ruto, who was deputy president to Uhuru Kenyatta, came and misled them, that Uhuru was a very bad person, that he was running down the country, and so they had reason to believe him. And of course, then there was a challenge with the President Uhuru Kenyatta that he was not very frequent in the mountain. And Honorable Sabina can tell you, I mean, if the stories I hear from the legislators then are true, that Uhuru Kenyatta did not accord members, the elected members of both houses then, especially from the mountain, much audience. I mean, that is something that has, yes, you'll get your time. That is something that has been said by very many people. So what President Ruto did, because he's a very crafty person, he realized that there was a vacuum in the mountain, because Uhuru was largely absent from the mountain and did not give legislators, as I have told you, enough audience. So because he's very crafty, he decided, he noted there was that particular vacuum. He occupied it, and if you talk to members then who are legislators, then they'll tell you that while Uhuru was not very welcoming, that President Ruto, because of his cunningness, would welcome them with both hands. And so Rigathi Gachagua, with others, had enough reason to believe President Ruto. And so they were doing President Ruto's bidding. So when Rigathi Gachagua now became deputy president to William Ruto, so he discovered, now he got to know Ruto better, and got to know that this is a guy who, out of 10 statements, maybe half, only maybe one statement is true. All the others are lies. And so he came now to realize and discover that William Ruto had misled him all this time and had misled the community. And that is how now Rigathi Gachagua changed tune. And I want to tell you, because you have raised the issue not just of Rigathi Gachagua, but also of other politicians. And Honorable Sabina has said that I'm the one that started saying that Rigathi must go. And I want to remind my sister, because I know she is a Christian. I know she's a staunch Catholic. I want to remind her, and I've reminded people of this so many times. Maybe she has never had an opportunity to hear me, reminding people that in the Bible there is somebody who was called Saul, who used to persecute Christians. Saul, when he met his Damascus moment, became Paul, and nobody. And my sister, listen to this. Nobody in the Bible, in the history of Christianity, did more in the furtherance of the gospel than Paul, who wrote all the epistles, Corinthians, Ephesians, Colossians, all that. So you cannot keep saying that Joe Nyutu is the one who started the Rigathi Must Go, rallying call. I can tell you that I've committed, just like Paul, who was then Saul, to do much, much, much more than anybody that was in Rigathi.
But you do agree. You agree.
So I mean,
you said something different that time.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And of course, I met my Damascus movement. I got to know, if you give me time, I'll explain to you why I did that. Just as I explained to you why Rigathi changed tune.
Okay.
And this is something that is in a public domain. Nobody doesn't know why tunes sometimes keep changing.
Yes, indeed. And politicians do that a lot of times.